So in this video, I want to explain to you how you should add keywords when you are adding to Google Ads. There's a specific way to make sure you're not wasting so much money on Google Ads, and I'll show you exactly what you should do. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the campaign. If you have multiple campaigns, go to the campaign you're interested in, and then you can go to the keywords section. And if you're going through this for the first time, this will be something you'll see when you're setting it up, is adding keywords. But basically the idea is there's 4 different types of keywords that you can search for. The first is a broad match. And a broad match basically means if you have balloon arch as your keyword, you're leaving it up to Google to determine that that person's interested in a balloon arch. And there's a lot of different things that they can search. They don't even have to search balloon or arch in the keyword. Basically, Google will determine if they're looking for your service or not. And that has a lot of benefits because there's so many things that people can search online, but it does have some downfalls because there's also a lot of things they can search that will actually not be interested. So an example of a broad match fail that was in my business when I was starting with my balloon business was I had balloon, all these different keywords, balloon being the majority, being in the majority of them. And I noticed that I was paying a lot of money for people who were searching for hot air balloon rides. So people were searching hot air balloon rides, and Google, because I had balloon in there, was thinking that I was interested in that traffic, and it would show me, and I got a lot of traffic from that. And I realized pretty quickly that I did not want to show for that and spend money on those people clicking on my ads. And that's just one example of what people can search. So a broad match, you're leaving it up to Google to determine for you if they're interested in that keyword or not. The second one is a broad match modifier. And basically, to have a broad match modifier, go for a broad match, you're putting it in there, that would be a broad match. You're just putting the words in there, you're not putting any modifiers or anything around it. You're just putting the keywords on a line, and that is Google, leaving it up to Google to determine. Now, a broad match modifier is similar to the broad match, but you're basically telling Google these words must be in what they're searching. So you can put a plus sign in front of each word, or you can put it in front of just one of them, but you can determine, and you're basically saying when they're searching, they must at least have that keyword in it. So they can search whatever they want, but if they're searching, if it doesn't have the word arch in there exactly like that, it will not show. And that's a good way to make sure you're showing for the balloon arch, but at the same time, you're also eliminating the freedom of Google to be able to go in and make send whatever traffic it determines to your website. The next one is going to be a phrase match. And this is basically, with this one, this can be used in any order. So they can literally type in, I want to see an arch of a balloon. I mean, it makes no sense, but arch comes before balloon in that phrase. So, and it'll show because the word arch and balloon in there. Now, with phrase match, you are putting quotation marks around it. And basically what you're doing is you're saying, if anytime this is in the search term, I want to show, and it has to be in this order. So if they're not next to each other and they're not in that same order, you will not show. So buying a balloon arch, where to get a balloon arch, local balloon arch companies, you'll show for all of those because they can put anything before and after balloon arch. But what you will not show for is someone that searches local arches in balloons. Like if you put the balloon before the arch, you will not show. You will still show in this one. Spell that. But you want to make sure that this will basically determine that it has to be in this order. So the last one is called an exact match. And for this, you'll put the square brackets around it. And with this one, you're basically saying that you want to show if this is exactly what they searched. Nothing before it, nothing after it, no misspellings, no nothing. This is exactly what they searched and you want to show. And basically it eliminates a lot of freedom. You're going to miss a lot of traffic with that. What I would recommend is having each one of those separate. So for each keyword, making a modified broad match, I have it in mind right, a phrase match, and an exact match. And you might think to yourself, why would I need all three of them? Because obviously this would include this and this. The reason you're going to do it is because when you have your keywords, you can set a specific cost for each that you're willing to pay for each keyword. And this keyword, you're going to get a little bit of spam in there. So you might not get as much value. You're going to get a little bit of people in there that aren't interested, and that's okay. A few of them are okay as long as it's not too many. But this one, you know exactly every time they search, this is exactly what they search, and they are 100% interested in you and nothing else. So for this one, I would pay more than I would for this one, even though they include the most. I'm basically saying if they search exactly balloon arch, I'm going to pay a little bit more to make sure I show higher because that person has a lot more value to me. So I would go through and do this for each one of them. So I would do balloon column. Whatever your keywords are, that's one keyword, and I have the different match types. So you're going to go through each keyword that you have and put all those modifiers in there. Just writing the words in there without those modifiers, you're going to get a lot of people clicking on your website who are really not interested in your service. You're going to spend a lot of money. You still might make money and you still might not be negative, but you're going to be wasting a lot of money that you really don't need to. So once you save those, you'll notice the keywords are down here. And you can see this is an exact match. It's $2. Where this balloon arch, which is the modified, I have it $1.50 and $1.50. So each one of those, I pay a little more for that one because I know I'm going to get more value out of that one than I will this one or even this one. And you gotta kind of monitor, and you can watch, see exactly what people are searching. And there's ways of setting up conversions. You know, I had 4 conversions with this one and 1 with one. So you can see exactly the value that you're getting with each one of these search. You can see there's a lot more value in that one for me. So yeah, basically you are adding all of these in there. It helps you to eliminate, and it gives you the freedom to have different costs for each click based upon what they're searching. The looser the match, the less valuable it is because you're going to get a little bit of spam in there. The more exact the match is, the more valuable it is to you because you know exactly what they are searching for.